Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gnome Reviews here. It's May 11th, 2024. I just got done watching a video by Mrgunsngears about 20-30 minutes ago, and its title is New York Banning All Glocks with a question mark and a little emoji. So I watched the video. I'm a huge fan of Mrgunsngears. He's a North Carolina native, and I've watched him for years, growing up on YouTube. So I really appreciate his content. And whenever he releases a video that I see, just like Eric, Iraq veteran 8888, I make sure to take the time to watch it. So Mike was just talking about how right now there's a couple different states that are suing Glock because of these auto sears that people are installing, and they're suing the manufacturer of the handgun, and they don't even make the part that they're being sued for. That's the craziest part. From what I understand from Mike's video, Mrgunsngears, New York and a couple other states are suing Glock because of readily convertible pistols, anything striker fired and semi-automatic is what that would fall into, which is why it's too ambiguous. And the wording, they do that on purpose so they have more room to do unconstitutional stuff. Anyways, back to the Glock. The whole point is they're using the Glock switch as the reason for going after Glock, but me personally, I don't believe that the conversion or making them full auto or machine gun, that has nothing to do with them wanting to ban the Glock pistols. In my opinion, and this is why I'm doing this video, the reason that New York and any other state that follows suit, the reason that they want to ban Glocks is because the Glock is the most popular pistol in America, if not the world. I look at the Glock like how I would look at the Kalashnikov or AK rifle. They're very easy. They were designed to be easy to use, maintain, break down, clean, put them back together, you name it. They're easy and they have supreme reliability. And that is the last thing that the Democrats want us to have in our hands. Anything that's reliable or easy to use. The problem for them on this will be in the courts is because it's the most popular pistol in America, technically, according to the Constitution, they cannot ban anything that's in common use. What Mike was saying in his video, in conclusion, or the sum of everything, is he thinks that New York will lose in the long run, but the bill, he's saying the bill's going to pass, and it'll take years for them to defeat it. And so during that time, all these New Yorkers are going to be subject to this law, unconstitutional bill that's going to be passed. So it's really, personally, I've never been a big fan of Glock. In the past, I've had two Gen 3 Glocks. My first pistol ever was a Glock 17 Gen 3. And then I also owned a Glock 34 Gen 3. Problem is, I have small hands and the full 17 size frame I can't get a good purchase on it. Long story short, this past week, I qualified with a Glock 19 Gen 3. It was my first time ever using a Glock 19, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So after my first day of class, I ordered a Glock 19 Gen 3, the Austrian model. I appreciate the finger grooves because I have smaller hands. I didn't want the Gen 4, even though it had the larger mag release, because after high round counts, I've been told that the trigger pins tend to walk out, and I've heard tons of issues with the Gen 5s, so I didn't want a Gen 5 at all. The only good thing that I've heard about the Gen 5 is apparently the DLC finish, or whatever the coating they're using on the slide. It's supposed to be really durable. Anyways, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I just wanted to give my opinion on why New York and any other state that follows suit, the reason that they want to ban Glocks it has nothing to do with machine gun. That's just the excuse they're using to go after Glock, the company itself, because they just like any other big firearms manufacturer, they figure if they can get enough lawsuits after and that they'll go bankrupt. The problem with them is Glock is a huge company. They're worldwide, not just in the United States, and there's a lot of people that aren't going to stand for this kind of unconstitutional bill. So I think I agree with Mike. I also believe that this bill is going to pass in New York. I think other states like California will follow suit, and it'll be the Supreme Court. I think it'll be defeated, but it's going to take years, just like Mike said. So it's going to cause a lot of problems for people that live upstate in states like New York. Mike didn't really have any suggestions for people that live in New York, calling your representatives. He said basically that's not going to do anything in this case. So my only piece of advice would be, if you live in a state like New York or California, get out of there. You need to move to Texas or somewhere in the Bible Belt, somewhere down south. I'm already past 6 minutes here. My main thing was, I just wanted to make it clear, I think the Democrats are going after Glock, not because of anything that has to do with the machine gun. That's just their excuse for going after Glock as a manufacturer. The real reason they want to ban Glocks is because it's the most popular pistol in America. It's the most modular. I mean, think about it. You've got the Gen 1 all the way to Gen 5. There's all these different generations. There's tons of pistols out there. You've got the Polymer 80, all that stuff that's out there. It's just really it's very modular, and the main reason is that the Democrats want to ban Glock in these communist states up north is because ease of use and supreme reliability. Those are the two reasons: ease of use and supreme reliability. That is why they want to get rid of Glock as a whole. They just want to get rid of. They don't want anybody to have Glocks. Now that I'm down with the Glock 19 Gen 3, I'm starting to become a Glock fan again. So it is what it is. We're at 7 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm going to call it right here. I hope if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. I'm going to be shooting this afternoon. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know how, it's going to be later in the afternoon, so I don't know how much I'm going to get to, but I'm going to try to get some videos up tonight or in the morning. So we'll do some shooting this later this afternoon. But like I said, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. If you want, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. No Reviews out.